It must.
And folks, hello. We are back again here. We got a couple people that beat us into
Big
the
Polly, Big Clue.
big clue, big probably beat us. It must trigger a schedule or something because that's the only way I could figure that out. But
I thought Gronk officially retired. Apparently not, because
he did. He retired. He went to he was on TV, then he went to the WWE.
But he never filled out the paperwork, because if you're officially retired, then you can sign with whoever you'd like.
Well, that's what what's his name said. Kraft said that he hasn't filled out the paperwork yet.
So the Patriots still had his right.
Yeah, so they got that, so as much as that stinks, he wasn't going to play for New England, so they got a 4th round pick. They got something.
Yeah, they got something out of it.
They got something, yeah. So, yeah, he got traded. So it's going to be interesting. I hope we start this up. I would love to see Brady with Gronk down there. It's going to make it for an exciting football season if we can get this thing going.
Well, if not, they can turn the shuffleboard circuits down in Tampa and Clearwater and St. Pete.
No, they'll do good down there. They'll be, can you picture Gronk on the beach doing one of these?
Oh, yeah, I can. Absolutely, I can.
So, yeah. The dynasty is, as soon as Brady left. Well, we know, even last year, we knew the dynasty was over because Brady's not Brady. They're really not helping him out as much as they used to. So,
no.
So we kind of knew that, Gronk left. Brady was on his own last year. Brady can't do it on his own anymore. And, yeah, we knew it last year. We did. We're grateful for what we had. We really are. And, so now we're going to be like Ron. We're just going to live on the memories of our favorite sports teams, knowing that they're not going to win for a long time.
Oh,
did that hurt? Did that? Sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You are an evil bastard.
I feel better. I feel better.
I've got a pronoun and a noun for you.
Yeah. So when it rains, it Gronks. This year just couldn't get any better for Boston. I mean, my year started off bad in January, with Neil Peart, and then I got sick, and I had my identity stolen, and then my wife got sick, which I'm hoping that was Corona, so we can be over it. I hope it was, and then we're okay, but who knows? And then all this happens. I mean, all that stuff happened before the virus. And then Brady leaves during the virus. Gronk goes there during the virus. It's like, holy cow. Oh, no. Tell me Edelman's not gone either.
My butt hurts. Don't do that again. My butt hurts.
What happened?
Who wants to be you?
I don't know. They were having a good time with my credit card, though. Let me just say that.
Why would he have to give it up?
What did he get? Like the 24-hour champ like that, or the Cumberland Farms Championship or something?
There you go. It's a WWE Cumberland Farms Heavyweight Championship between Chinese Little and Rob Gronkowski. It's either a happy ending for somebody or a 99-cent coffee, one of the two.
Yeah, it was a 24/7 chip. So here you go. Here's your championship, and you need to bring it back tomorrow, 24 hours.
Yeah, you can take it out, but don't forget to bring it back. And it's like it's a
Here's
library
your trophy. Book. Here's your trophy. Here's your trophy.
When I was in elementary school, the fine for an overdue library book was a penny.
Oh, really?
Penny a day. So, yes, when it rains, it Gronks.
Yeah, Larry, good to see you.
How you doing, Larry?
We're back. So, hey, somebody, who was it? Alan Shaw.
Yes,
is doing some shootout hockey, and he said he bought it after watching my videos, and he likes the hybrid fast action card and dice play that I do. I was like, that's cool. That's cool when you play a game and somebody kind of likes it. That made me feel good.
You should give a shout out to Andrew Rothman because.
I'm going to wait for it until he comes in.
Okay. Is Tampa Bay like Patriots South? Yes. One of my college friends who grew up as a Patriots fan has now moved to Tampa as well. How you doing, Turbocharge?
So, yeah, it's yep, that's what's going to be happening today.
I can't believe you said that. That just frosts my cookies.
Yeah. So I got I'm all set up here. Hang on,
yeah, you are. You're all set.
I'm all set up. So I fired this up. I fired up this today there, Jacket.
Oh yeah. How'd it go?
Pretty good. I was playing some basketball. I got the logos and I like the court. It's such a 70s court. So I was playing some of my Braves. I was just kind of playing around settings, getting it to work, and I'm getting it to flow pretty well. So it's just weird without 3-pointers. And I don't know the rules very well from 71, 72, but I was playing 71, 72.
They should be default rules from that year. Andrew is here, so now you can talk about it.
Oh, let's see. What's Linda say? Figure at least one of the Pats will go with him. Yeah. Yep. And I have the hat. I do. I'm all set. I have the Buccaneers hat right behind me over here. With the lights on, so I can wear that now. And so now I'll get Brady and Gronk. But yeah, so this come in today, folks. Unbelievable. All of a sudden my doorbell rings and like ding dong. I'm like, okay, who's that? Oh, it's UPS. And I was like, here you go. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. And all of a sudden I see this thing right here. And that is, let me make that bigger. So yeah, so Andrew, thank you so much. That made my day. All of a sudden, I have Strat basketball I can play now. And why I want to play this is because I think it's going to help me learn how to play the cards and dice game. Because I have the PC. So I have the Strat PC, and I'm still figuring out. But I think playing this will help me with the PC game. So yeah, so I have Strat Pro basketball now, so that I can figure out how to play on the table and the whole bit. So
I think you'll like it.
Hi Laura, how are things out there in the in Central Mass? And Alan, we were just talking about you. The shootout hockey. Yep. So yeah, so I'm hoping you like shootout hockey. I love it. It might take you 15, 20 minutes, a couple games to figure out how to play, but I can buzz through a game in, I don't know, between 10 and 20 minutes, depending, but I play those games really fast and I love them. And there's also a helper too, if you want, that you can play on the computer with, and it keeps all your stats for you if you want. But yeah, love that shootout hockey game. I do.
Yeah. Yep. Big UPS dropped off my case of lemon lime Gatorade Zero today.
Oh, nice. Nice. Turbo's catching up on the Digital to Dice podcast. And other guys, fantastic. Almost your bedtime out there. It's 11:35 out there. Well, you got time for one more game of shootout, maybe two.
That's right.
Maybe two. A Chargers announced the uniforms.
Yes,
okay.
They're very sharp. They're very sharp.
So is it the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim?
Yes, it's the Los Angeles Chargers of Oakland. Yes.
That was so stupid back in the day. All right. So, here they are. All right. So, man, why did it do that? You click on something, and then it just opens like all these things up. It's like, really? Oh boy, this is nuts. All right. So we're going to share this, folks. We're going to check this out here. So let me, let's check out here before I get back to the comments. Hang on a sec. Let me just, go here. Okay, so these are the new Chargers uniforms.
I like them.
What do we think?
I like them all.
Well, let's start with the one on the left. Oh, it's got the numbers on the helmets now.
Well, they've had that for a while.
Oh, they have. I think that's going to be too gummed up. I think the numbers on the helmets are going to look too. I know that the bolt is above that. I think it's going to be too much. That's just me looking at it from a distance. I think it's too much.
They've done that though for years.
The one on the left with the white pants, that's fine. I like the yellow pants. I'm not all that crazy about the white shirt with the yellow pants, though. That's the one that I'm not caring too much about. The all white is fine. The all blue is fine. And the all black, that can go.
No, it's darker blue.
Darker blue, that can go. That can go. I would go with the all blue, like the Color Rush. And I would probably go the all white. That would be my home and away. With the third being the second one there with the aqua and the yellow pants. See, that would be mine.
I like them all. There's not one there I don't like.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's good. I mean, none of them are terrible except the real dark one. I don't really like the real dark one.
I think that's because you're looking at it against a light blue background. That dark blue one's what they wore in San Diego in the late 90s, except for the helmet would be dark blue.
I mean, like the real dark blue.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
they wore those in San Diego.
Did they? No, see, I like the blue, the all blue, but the lighter blue. But that real dark blue way to the right, I don't like at all. I don't like it all. So, so yeah, so I mean, they're not terrible. I mean, they're better than some I've seen. You know, they really are. So
I'm not a huge fan of any of those color rushes ones.
Some of them are okay. I mean, some of them, if they're all one color, it's a little much. But sometimes they're okay. Yeah, UPS made my day today. I'm like, what the heck did I get from UPS? I go, oh, the thin box. It can only be one thing. And then I look, and Andrew came through. Man, made the day. He did.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
He did. You know, all I did today, I walked the dog and I cleaned the bathroom and I vacuumed. Like, I was moving stuff in the bedroom vacuum. That's all I did today. I was like clean. I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, so. Like the combo logo Andrew put up. Oh, yes. Yes, I know. Karis put up a pretty funny logo of Tom Brady. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Oh, didn't we show that last night with him as a swashbuckler?
I'm trying to think which one it was.
There is nothing wrong with powder blue, big clue. Not a blessed thing.
Oh, here it is right here. Oh, this is this is kind of funny, actually. Yeah, this is the one that she was talking about. That right there.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the two best players 2 years ago. Our two best players now in Tampa Bay. What is the story with 2020? Really? Really?
Steve, I love Carolina blue.
I don't mind Carolina blue. All right, so where are we now? Turbo, nice. Was your favorite Strack? Really? I'm looking forward to playing it. I really, what I checked, there's really not a lot of cards for the game, at least not for the seasons I want to play. So I'm going to learn how to play it to hopefully make me a better player on the PC game. The only thing I could do, Ron, I don't know if this is even possible. Could I somehow print out the cards from the computer game?
I doubt it.
Like a screen capture or something, and just, I mean, it would be
yeah, you could do it as a screen capture.
It would be ugly in the whole bit, but at least I could play in the tabletop, right?
But there aren't any PDFs of that.
Well, I could make my own, right? I could call up the card and look at it and just.
You could
up it and print it. I mean, it would be for my own use. It wouldn't be
right. No, I understand that. It would take a bunch of work, though. I'm not sure that
if I took. I could do 12 players from each team.
Yeah.
Do that. Maybe put 4 on a sheet and cut them out. Then I'd have to. The defensive card that would be in the.
Is the team card? Yeah.
Is a team card. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something to look at. If I really get into it, I really wanted to play on the table. It's something I could do. As long as I have the data, which I already have with the game, and they don't sell it, and I'm not going to spend tons of money buying it on eBay. That's for sure. So, yeah, Ron, you're going to be doing that this week or what?
Yeah, Thursday of pre-order the game, obviously. And so we'll do the live unboxing after dinner on Thursday night.
All right, so Thursday night, if that does come out, because sometimes it's late.
Sometimes it's late. If it's out by 6, then we'll just kind of go after it when I'm done with dinner.
Yeah, okay, so if it's after 6, we'll do a short show Thursday, because I want to watch it too. So we'll do a real short show Thursday so we can go see Ron do the unboxing of Action PC Football 2020. Corey says, hi, Alan. Alan, thank you so much. I saw that you posted that on YouTube, that you saw the videos and I love it. The shootout is just, it's a real fun game. It's really, and the thing is, it's easy, but I've made so many of my homebrew rules in that game, and it flows. The game flows to me, and it feels like I'm really watching a game, and I get into it. And if you go back and watch my Summit series recap that me and Ron did on my channel a little while ago, we talked about that. That's how much excitement is in shootout hockey. It really is. And the draft starts today. That's the only sports thing going on in the world right now. And I'm gonna follow that. I saw that you did the brackets already for that one and done. That's a fun way to start with that. And excuse me, make it your game. Whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Learn the basic rules, and then from there, have some fun. What I like to do with that game is if there's a potential rebound, I think it's a rebound or a save. If you roll the dice and it's a tie, okay, because you're supposed to beat the rebound or beat the save. No, the rebound, not the save. The save is it's the rebound. If you roll the dice, you have to beat the rebound number, okay, for it to be a goal. Otherwise, it's a save. What I do if it's a tie, I go to what's called a showdown roll, and then I roll 2 dice, 1 for each team, and if the shooting team wins that dice roll, it's a goal. If it's a tie at that point, then I keep it a save for the goalie. But instead of just calling it a save, because some of the goalies have like a 6 rebound, and it's like you can't score. You physically can't score on a rebound. I think that's kind of wrong. So I always have one small chance in there with a rebound. So that's what I do. Ron has his Gatorade. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, feel free. I like that. I think that moves fast. The dice game is a little too slow, because you're always looking up on the charts. The FAC play, the fast action cards, those are fun, but once the number's gone, it's gone, no matter how much you shuffle. So I like to flip for time, roll the dice, and then flip the cards the rest of the way. And so I only roll the dice for the scoring chance and for the penalties.
Our troll from Springfield, by the way, is here with his 8,000 accounts.
Oh, hang on a sec. So Corey likes the yellow.
Okay.
With that. Larry says, yeah, TB is gone. Now it's RG as well. RG as well. I'm way behind on my comments here. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm way behind my comments. What do you think of the new Rams logo? I think it's terrible.
Yeah, so we talked about that last night.
Yeah, Larry, you don't like the last 2 blues on the blues.
Blue on blue?
One of the blues I liked. For
the football.
Oh, for the football.
I have it. The baseball one kind of sort of things out into teams for you and decades. The football one, it's all manually put together. So I have it, but I've never played with it.
Yeah, I remember the original helmets were like that. I just didn't like them this time around.
Yep, you're with Dave. Didn't like the Dark Horse.
First 3 retros are pretty good. Okay. I like powder blue too. Yeah, it's like a Carolina blue. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I'm not. I would like to go back to retro. I don't mind the color rush once or twice a year and mixes it up. It really does. As bad as it looks, it's not all the time, and I think it's good when they do that. I like. I'm a jersey guy, as you can tell. I like my jersey. I like my jerseys. Yeah, no kidding, Robbie. Right? I tried the Status Pro hockey.
We tried it together.
Yeah. It was okay. There was just, I don't know what it was.
The FACs were too verbose.
That's what it was. Is you would read the fast action card, and we sat there scratching our head trying to figure out what it meant. And that just kind of just brought the game to a halt.
Right.
I mean, suppose once you get going, but when you have that many questions right out of the gate, it's just
you're just looking. Just tell me where the puck's going. I don't need to know where it goes from 8 different people if I haven't determined if I have a shot yet.
Yeah. So there was some interesting things I like about it. I like how it had the ABC shooting. I think that's what that game was. That's kind of how shootout is. So. But shootout's just a heck of a lot easier. Just look at the chart. Is it a goal or not? You know, the only thing that's good about the games like Status Pro is that, you know, each player has a shot rating, whereas in shootout it's kind of a team rating. You got the 90-91.
That's
nice.
A good season. Bears Den, of course, would have Jordan's first championship season.
Yep. I'll see you.
You can say hi to. Oh, you doing to Al?
What?
Yeah. What?
Oh, there we go. Game 1 tomorrow. Your first game will probably take you 45 minutes. Your second game will take you half hour, and your third game will take you 20 minutes. And then by then you'll be flying through the game.
I don't like those.
Here we go.
Yep. Yeah, the FAC, it just kills it for me.
Yeah.
I don't mind. You know, for hockey and basketball, I think you need fast action cards. Yes, verbose means wordy. You need fast action cards. But they just weren't written well. But for baseball, no.
Fast action cards work good for games like hockey and basketball, even football a little bit. You know,
yes.
Yes, when you're playing games that you want to flow, it's like boom, 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 boom. There's a lot of action with that. Baseball, where you got to pitch and to see what happens. Yeah, fast action would not work with baseball very well at all.
You know, as much as I like baseball demo stuff, when you play Status Pro Baseball, I want to throw things at the screen.
Which scoreboard app did you get? I'm trying to think which scoreboard. Did you get the helper? The shootout helper? Because that is phenomenal, the shootout helper. The shootout hockey is fun, Al. I mean, I know you're not a big hockey guy, and that's okay.
But you'd like that, Al, because it's very fast driven.
It's a medium play game. It's not a fast score game, but neither is it drawn out. And it's a team card, and you roll the dice to see if there's a scoring opportunity. If there is, you check to see who's got it, and then you check to see where the shot is. You check to see if they scored, and you check to see who got the assist.
And the footprint is very small.
Very small. 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's almost small enough I can play it on my own, but I love the PC versions. Of course, that's
Ron, you could play on the helper.
I could.
You know, I mean, you'd have to set it up with the graphics and stuff, or,
right.
or I could for you. But I mean, you could absolutely play it on the helper.
Good night, Alan.
The PC, I guess I don't mind the PC versions. I'm getting used to them. Yeah, Alan's heading to bed. Thank you so much. He's over there. He's on the other side of the pond, right?
Yes, it's 11:52 p.m.
Oh, jeez, creepers. Yeah. Oh, he didn't even get in another game of shootout. That's too bad. Oh, Status Pro Basketball. That was one I was looking at. Is that Downey the Hockey?
No, it's they built that website. Who designs it? Who built
John
it?
K. John K. did that. Yeah. And I forget what that. It used to be something before that. Maybe it was on Downey at one point. I think it might have been on Downey like years and years and years ago. And then this guy took it in and revamped it, and it's just phenomenal. I mean, I could play it all day. I played the entire Seals season using that. The 73-74 Seals, played every game with that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just a scoreboard. Okay. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying there. Great flow of the game. Yeah, that's what I like. I like great flow. Regular season basketball is an awesome game, isn't it? I was playing that. I just set up the entire Buffalo Braves season. Don't know. Ask me why. I don't know. But I did. I got all 84 games ready to go. All I got to do is pull up the team cards and put in the ratings, and I roll dice, and I had fun with it. Regular season basketball, it's my shootout hockey of basketball. It is. I love regular season basketball game. It is really fun. I like it because it has I do like some games that have the entire team on one card. It makes it a small footprint game.
Can you put the link in for Al?
For
Mr. Red Sox fan.
For which game?
The shootout hockey. And I'm going to answer Appa Chatter's question.
I think it's shootoutHockeyGame.com. I'm pretty sure. Shootout hockey game.
I'm not sure where you are with the comments, but I see Appa Chatter's question. I want to answer it.
Okay.
Question: when either you stream individually, it's at 1080p, but when you stream together, it is 720, because that is what StreamYard's limit is, 720p.
Yep.
I'm sure it's to cut down on all the bandwidth that goes with it. I stream at 1080p and 6,000 kilobits per second when I do that, and it's fine. But for this, they'll only let you do it at 720p, or else we would. Larry loves Status Pro baseball, but when I played a game this morning and there were a total of 16 walks between the Twins and the Tigers, I checked that last few games and there weren't that many walks. All right, I'm going to share something here. I'm going to share. No, I'm not going to. All right. See that? You able to show that? Because I can't do both.
Yeah, so I got it.
Okay. So I set up the 1912 decathlon. I haven't put forms in or anything like that, but it's all set. I have all 10 events for my 16 participants, and we'll be taping that I might start tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So you can see all the participants. I've got the event. I've got the result in other meters or seconds, and I even converted it into feet. So the
Oh, wait a
average,
sec. Okay, so you have all the things at the bottom, right? So you
yeah,
have that. So that's just the discus we're looking at right now.
right.
Okay, so if you go, so you get the long jump. Oh,
Yep.
there's a long jump too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do different things.
It's
Okay,
so the first day is 100 meters.
I see that. Okay, so we got a
Okay.
race. Yep,
Long jump,
yep.
shot put,
Nice. Okay,
high jump,
okay.
and 400 meter. That's the first day. And so the 400, instead of having the that's a timed event, obviously. So the average, which we'll be competing against, and then the average time per 50 meters for the 400 meters, it's 8 turns. So it's 9.14 per thing. Okay. And so day 2, the discus, the 110-meter hurdles,
Okay, I like what you got going on here.
pole vault,
Oh, cool.
the javelin,
Who's elected to receive?
Rob Gronkowski. And last but not least, the metric mile, a 1,500 meter.
Nice.
And so that's 4 turns at 375 meters per quarter. So there you go. So that's, and the infamous score sheet. So we'll be able to keep track of that. So 14 people actually compete. 14 men actually did the whole thing. And I added 2 who did all but the metric mile.
So now we know we know Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe's one we know, but
yeah,
can we call this other guy Orange Julius Wickholm?
Sure you can. He's from Finland.
Nice. I'm rooting for Orange Julius. Let's go, Orange Julius.
I kind of like Carl Halt personally.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
It's a short name.
Who's the guy from Sweden? Is that Eric Klingon? What is that?
It's Gotzel Holmer, Charles Lomberg, Hugo Wieslander, and Eric Kugelberg. Now, these Olympics were in Stockholm, so that would be there. So you asked who came over, and so there's a couple countries that weren't. There's like an Italian.
Yeah, okay, because this is what 1912.
1912. This is
1912 in where? Sweden?
In Stockholm. Yeah.
Okay, so these people had to go from all these countries in 1912, like take the Titanic or something, and go there. This is not a
Titanic.
I don't think planes were even invented yet.
No,
maybe they could. Maybe a Zeppelin. Maybe take a Zeppelin over there.
No, you'd have had to boat over, which is why the only people from outside of continental Europe are from the States. All right.
And Al says that they. Al says they stripped Jim Thorpe of his medals. Oh yeah, because he played in a league or something, right?
He played pro baseball, and so he took money from playing minor league baseball, and so they stripped him. But they determined years later that no one had complained within the 30 days. And so he got his gold medal restored, but he tied it with, who was it? It was someone from Sweden. Might have been, I don't know. So, anywho, he got it back. George Patton finished 5th in pentathlon in 1912.
That's pretty cool, whatever a pentathlon is.
It's 5 events. And I think
I would think there would be 5 events, yes.
And I think one of them is shooting.
Oh.
So it's not just strictly track and field. But don't quote me on that. So I'll be taping that over a couple days. That's why I'm here. So I got to put the forms in and do the adjustment rules. And obviously we won't do everything there, but for like the hurdles you can do because there's only 2 turns. And so it'll be chopped up just like NBC and ABC used to do. But Jim Thorpe obviously is the big name and he is the heavy favorite going in. And thanks to Wikipedia, they actually have the original scoring for what everyone did for the points. So we can kind of guesstimate if someone does something above or below who finished last, what the actual point total should be. So
that's cool. They had 1912 results.
Yep.
Did you have to go to the library and do that little newspaper film and put it in that thing and scroll by?
Microfiche? Oh yeah, the microfiche.
Remember those?
Take care, Alan. Or Al. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that.
I like movies that have that in there when they go into the library and they're going into the news feed and they're feeding it through. It always is like it's a cool thing. They scanned all those newspapers back in the day.
Yeah. So again, so it's 100-meter long jump, shot put, high jump, and 400-meter. That's the first day, and then on the second day, the discus, the 110 hurdles, the pole vault, the javelin, and then you end with the metric mile, 1,500 meters, which is about 100 meters short of an actual mile.
There's no way I'd ever do a pole vault. No way. I wouldn't trust that
I
thing.
I always liked that as a kid.
I saw that. I was like, there's
vault.
no way. We had gym class. We did some of those. I don't think we ever did pole vault. There's no way. I would hit that thing. I would never get it to get up and
But at
me
least
over.
you'd have something to brace yourself with. It would be the high jump that I wouldn't want to do.
Well, just if you start going up in the air and you don't make it and you come straight down, you're in a lot of trouble, man. That you get way up in the air. There is no way I would do that. And back then I was skinny too. I was a skinny mini in high school.
And you're right, JB. There is an Olympic reference page. ID Jester shares this about Jim Thorpe, even more remarkably, because someone had stolen his shoes just before he was due to compete. He found a mismatched pair of replacements, including one from a trash can, and still won the gold.
That is pretty incredible.
And that is the Fosbury flop, 1968. And I bet I do that track and field too, because Fosbury won with a flop over the high jump. And the long jump was Bob Beeman's 29 feet, which they had to stop the event for 20 minutes or so because he jumped so far. They had to do, I think, computerized measuring for the first time, and they couldn't measure it. And so they actually had to go to tape measures to tape the jump, to record the jump. And they just couldn't believe it. He broke the world record by half a meter, like by a foot and a half.
That's cool.
And in fact, in the history of the high jump and the long jump, his jump at the 68 Olympics is still the second longest on record, and that was 52 years ago.
I like the one when they run and they jump.
The triple jump, yeah.
Either that, no, just a regular long jump. The triple jump's kind of weird because I like the regular one. They just run up and they jump.
It just goes to show that the talent is not in the athlete, not the shoes. And Jamie's right. Avery Brundage, who Kenny would know, who was the head of the IOC for years, finished fifth in that decathlon, but he didn't finish it, so he's not part of the 16 I'm doing. The judges for the long jumps were Boy Scouts. Yes. So looking forward to that. So that's going to be the first really big Roberto video. Will be that. And now he got Kenny all hot and bothered again.
Yeah. Oh, he was a track runner or something like that, wasn't he?
He still is.
He's still good. Good for that.
Still is. Mars Blackman. Okay. Thank you, Spike.
Was that the guitar player from Motley Crue?
No, Mars Blackman was Spike Lee from the Air Jordan ads.
That's what I meant. Saying I get those guys mixed up.
It's in the shoes.
Man, going back to those shoes, that's such a Tonya Harding thing. You're in the Olympics. It's your time to shine. You go in front of the judges, or you get on the track.
Did she play that? She broke a lace.
Her lace broke or wasn't tied right. It's like, you're up. You're up. What are you doing? Okay. Hello. Okay. Here's my list here. All right. So, okay. Next up, Miss Harding, you're up now.
Okay.
And it's like, oh yeah, well, let me just go. I'm not ready, but I'll just go out anyway. Come on, and then so this guy losing his shoes, for crying out loud. You're gonna run in the Olympics, and what do you do? Yeah, I think I'll just put my shoes over here and take a nap. Okay, no, you either have them on or you have the shoes. That's what you run in. It's like a hockey player. It's like, yeah, I can't find my skates. It's right before the game. Where are my skates? Let me go in the trash and pull one out. Come on.
That's what happened to Thurman Thomas before a Super Bowl. So during the Great Depression, ID ads on, he had various jobs, among them others extras for movies, usually playing an American Indian chief in Westerns. I think Burt Lancaster did play Jim Thorpe in the movie. Thorpe was in the starting lineup for the New York Giants in Game 5, but when the Giants scored and had runners on when Thorpe came to bat in the first, McGraw brought in a lefty to pinch hit for Thorpe and score more runs against the right-hander Eddie Seacott. So Thorpe was also the first commissioner of the National Football League.
I thought he was more into football than baseball.
It worked, but Thorpe's sole World Series appearance. But it was his sole World Series appearance, but he never actually played. So there you go. So primarily Jim Thorpe was a draw, but it was the first one. And because there's only 16 people who did 9 of the 10 events, it just makes it real manageable to do.
Well, you got to figure back then, not many people made that trip, so they probably sent one guy. All right, you go. You were the best. Just go run and jump and throw, will you? That's probably what they did. Just get over there. How are we going to get over there? Take a boat? I don't know. Ride a bike? I don't know how you're going to get to Sweden in 1912. I couldn't get to Sweden in 1912. That's for sure.
Appa Chatter has a sad story. When I was coaching middle school hoops, a player didn't have his shoes and wouldn't play. Game before Christmas break, the player's family was going out of town. We'll let him finish that. Yeah, I'm sure that they were heavily weighted towards Thorpe. It's kind of hard to normalize that, though. I still say Daley Thompson would be probably the best one. And Thorpe is probably the greatest probably multi-sport athlete in history. Be curious to see him and Bo Jackson go at it.
Well, Tom Brady played baseball, so sorry. Thorpe's number 2. Just sorry. It's been it's a tough day when we lose Gronk now too. It's raining out, and now Gronk goes. What next? They're gonna take Patrice Bergeron and send him down to the Lightning. I mean, come on. I mean, this is just. I know we've won a lot.
Can we go back to Appa Chatter's sob story?
God. I know we won a lot of championships, but still, it's you don't gotta we don't gotta go to last place in every sport right away. I'm sorry.
So the dad followed him back to the school to chew Steve out for not playing his son. After his rant was over, I told him to ask his son why he didn't play. Please continue, Dave, if it pleases the court. Clinton Parks was at the 1912 Olympics. Absolutely.
I didn't have a talk in 1912 Olympics. Oh, ID, you're gonna love him. He's looking at my neighbor's house to move into. Oh, imagine ID partying with Gronk.
Oh wow, that'd be fun.
That'd be unbelievable.
Fun. Even I'd party with Gronk.
ID, you got to get Gronk playing some hockey on the tabletop. That'd be great.
Show him Stratomatic and have Rob, Gronk do like this sucks.
Oh.
So waiting for Appa Chatter to finish his story. Only because there wasn't a bike path to Stockholm. That's right. Exactly. So are we done with the sob story? I mean, I defended you here, and then Dave went off in there. I'm getting the last word tonight, by the way. Just putting it out there.
You're going to what?
And another thing, Gardner.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like Woody Page.
I think we should just go back out into space. What do you think? Go back out into space.
Look, that's the rock you're going to hit.
I know. Yeah, to see if I can maneuver the Falcon through here.
So the end of the story was that was the end of the story. Where were Jim Thorpe's parents?
Right. Watching the shoes, in
Oklahoma or Ohio. He's from Canton, right?
Is he from Canton?
Someone will tell me that.
There's a lot of people from Ohio. I noticed that. Tom Brady's not from Ohio, is he?
No, he's from Northern California. That's why Joe Montana was his hero growing up.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he was. Well, he was at the catch game, you said, right? Tom Brady was at the catch game?
I think we made Tom Brady at the catch game, but he's buried in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. No, you're absolutely right, Appa Chatter. You're absolutely right, Steve. Okay, Turbocharged Sports has a question for me. Uncle Ron, yes. I've always wanted to know the story of your channeling of Vin Scully when you do play-by-play. You sound just like him. What's the backstory? Vinny was my hero. When I first started watching baseball on television, Joe Garagiola did Game of the Week. And so Joe Garagiola was my hero. So on Saturdays, it'd be Joe, and on Mondays, it'd be Keith Jackson. But when Vinny took over in '83, it was kind of like, sitting next to the cute girl at school. It was love at first sound, and just the marriage of Vin Scully and baseball. It would be like Dan Kelly and you for hockey,
Yep.
or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, this is what I want. I want this, and I want this right now, and I want it to last forever. And I also had a shortwave radio, and so we would get the Armed Forces radio, which had a ton of sports. Oh my God, football on Sundays and baseball every night and whatever. And so you'd get Vinny doing Dodger games if the Dodgers were on Armed Forces radio. Sit down and sit back and pull up a chair and so Vinny, along with Bob Murphy and Ken Coleman, you remember Kenny doing them. Go ahead, put up the long story thing. I know you want to. Yes, it is, bastard. If it please, I certainly will. May it please the course. And that's thank you. And Vinny was better on radio. And so, like I said, between Vinny and Murphy with the Mets and Ken Coleman with the Red Sox, those were the people that I grew up listening to. And so it's easy to emulate. And of course, Al Michaels is a Vin Scully clone too. Ken Coleman. No, it doesn't. And so, yeah, so it's just, I don't really intentionally go into Scully unless it's the Dodgers and I go into Farmer John products and Dodger dogs. That it's just, you go with what you know, and most people like it.
I agree here with Big Clue. I love baseball on the radio. In fact,
the perfect radio sport.
In fact, I don't want to say I like hockey better on the radio, but I grew up with hockey on the radio. That's why. But with baseball, I mean, I'll go to base. I'm not a big baseball guy, but I'll put on baseball at night in the summertime and go to sleep with the baseball game on. It's a relaxing, and just to sit and watch baseball. It's tough. Hockey's there's action. Football is action. Basketball is baseball. There's a lot of dead time in baseball. So that's why it's like radio's perfect. Like you're out like when I'm out in the yard working, if I don't have music on, I put on a baseball game. And it's just you hear the little ambience of the crowd, and now here's the pitch, and ball 4, he takes his base, and it's just kind of like a summer thing. It's just a very relaxing thing. Half the time you're not even paying attention. It's just kind of just something.
Absolutely, and I'm very cognizant of that when I do it. That you're just people. It's a passive listening thing, and so it's easy to sit there and weave in a story or two. Or look over at the chat.
It's like a conversation. Exactly right.
Football kind of requires. You did. Oh, Bears game. Well,
you passed out and woke up 2 days later. Ooh, it must work.
You're not supposed to drink it. You're supposed to rub it on your forehead.
Uncle Ron's snake oil elixir.
And so it's very easy to be conversational. Football, as you said, requires your full attention.
Bears, that was funny.
It was funny. I enjoy doing football. I enjoy all the sports that I do, but baseball is by far my favorite because it really is. It's just a one-sided conversation, and because we do this through live chat, you can talk about different things and that. It's.
Yeah, I think baseball and hockey work on the radio. Basketball doesn't work well on the radio, I don't think.
Really? Because I think behind baseball, basketball is the second easiest radio sport.
Maybe. So, I don't think it works as well. And golf is terrible on radio, by the way.
Oh, my gosh.
Sometimes it's like the Masters was on one time, and I was in the car. It's like, and they advertise, listen to the Masters on XM Golf. Okay, I put on the golf. Turned it right off. It was like 5 minutes. It's like that's all I could take.
I mean,
and soccer is horrible on the radio. Soccer is so bad on the radio. It is. They'll have it here once in a while. They'll have a soccer game on the Boston radio. And it's like, why wouldn't you just play like nails on a chalkboard for 3 hours?
Thanks, Turbo. So Big Clue's corsets and Big Clue's corsets are going to be featured prominently in the next issue of Locomotive Illustrated Monthly.
That's right. And also brought to you by Big Clues Corsets. If you want style, fit, and comfort, it's Big Clues Corsets. That's my speech.
Jamie Frank Herzog did the games for the Redskins for years, and he was great. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
I thought it was Sonny Jurgensen.
Sonny did color. Sonny and Sam Huff. They were a great trio in the booth.
Of course, that's like a hat, right? Like
no,
old
of course
hat.
it's what you wear around it to keep you skinny.
That's what a corset is.
Of course, it's a Victorian.
I had no idea.
Yeah, like a girdle. Yeah, Frank. Yeah,
because all I did is
Sam,
I just looked up 1899 ads and it had corsets and it had a picture of a girl with a hat. I thought it was
corset, not corset.
Oh,
corset.
Yeah, golf does require visual.
Yeah, golf does. But yeah, Frank, Sonny, and Sam were great together, and Sonny just had fun no matter what he did.
Yeah,
and Sam Huff, by the way, the infamous picture of Frank Gifford being passed out on the ground. That was Sam Huff. No, it wasn't Sam Huff. That was against the Eagles. The receiver was always in motion, going to left to right across your radio dial. Yeah, Herzog was excellent. Gil Santos was good at calling nuts and bolts football too.
Gil Santos was good up here at the Patriots.
Yeah, and Gino was okay, but Johnny Most, as Laura says, despite the fact that he was a huge homer, was always a good fundamental broadcaster. You knew what fiddle and diddle meant. He goes on the baseline, right side,
Who was the guy? Who was the guy with the glasses? Was it Kurt Rambis?
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't like that guy. It's like, now Bird, we're going to foul by Rambis. And he's crying. He's been in the league 13 years. He's never committed a foul.
Well, that was Lambeer, but yes.
He's hate Rambis too.
So you just pick him up. Midlife Crisis. It's Chuck Bednarik. Sam Huff, there's a documentary, and I'm sure it's on YouTube. CBS did a full hour in 1960 called The Violent World of Professional Football. And it featured Sam Huff. And so that's worth a watch.
Oh, we could get some Paul Malls on the show.
There you go. I'm sure you could do Chesterfields too.
Men's Garters. Yeah, men's Garters, huh?
That's right.
Madden and Summerall.
I was more of a fan of Enberg and Olsen.
Who was the
AFC guy?
Who was Ron, you know this, but let's throw it out to the chat.
Okay.
Who was the color guy with Summerall before Madden?
Oh, I do know this.
Yeah, I know this one too.
I'll
throw this out to the chat. No cheating on Google. Just this is on your honor system. Who was the color commentator with Summerall before Madden?
Yeah, Chuck Bednarik knocked out Gifford. Yep. Yeah, I was wrong. Close, Appachatters, close. Yep, my first words after Mama and Daddy were touchdown, Washington Redskins, and that's how he'd say it too.
Turbocharged Dick Enberg. Yeah, Dick Enberg was. Oh my!
He was great. Tennis.
It was good.
Him and Bud Collins. Oh my goodness.
Really, you can't play the spiders in your tournament?
No, that's why you tried it and couldn't do it. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh God. Harry Carey hair popped him up. Hardy Brown. Okay, when did he play?
I'm not sure. Turbo got it. Some of these guys get it. Tom Brookshire.
Pat Summerall and Tom Brookshire from
Dallas.
From Texas Stadium in Irving.
Roger Staubach. Too tall Jones in the backfield. Not a Newhouse.
Here's the perfect Summerall call. Like an Everson Walls interception. Has it, must go, will go, touchdown. And
didn't he call the Patriots first Super Bowl?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And now Vinatieri for the win. The kick is up. And it's good. And the Patriots have won Super Bowl whatever.
That was his last game as the #1 broadcaster, too.
Was it?
Yes. Enberg was a good baseball guy. Called Angel games for a long time. And, of course, ended his career with the Padres. Yep, Big Polly. Rice, Montana, touchdown. San Francisco.
Yeah. Montana, the Rice, touchdown, 49ers.
But it was Scully who called the catch.
Was it Scully?
It was Scully's last ever NFL game, and he worked with Hank Stram.
Summerall was good. You know who else I liked? It was I'll think of his name in a minute. Kurt Gowdy?
Yeah. Kind of like Joe Buck. He just called way too many things.
Yeah, I remember he did a giant Seahawk game one time, and I was like, it's pretty good. I liked him when he did that there.
Wow, Big Clue is not a Marty Brenneman fan. Oh, yeah, Sano. You man. Names are both Paul Allen, okay. Big Clue, Game 2 of the 72 World Series is on YouTube. And the announcers are, get this, Dave, Al Michaels, because he was the Reds guy. The game was in Cincinnati. Kurt Gowdy and Tony Kubek.
Really?
Yes. I learned so much baseball from watching Tony Kubek because he could never play the game. So Kubek was an infielder.
You know, Bob Uecker is actually a decent broadcaster.
Bob's an excellent broadcaster.
You know, and he hammed it up for that movie
just a bit outside.
Ball 5. You're not the best color man in baseball for nothing.
That's right. And Vinny, Jamie, was great at golf. And again, because Vinny, just, you know, you'd have to know how to use the voice. And so Vinny did the Masters, and he could just, nobody, in my opinion, ever, there are two people best ever to set a scene, was Vin Scully and Keith Jackson, because Keith Jackson could set up a college football game better than anybody.
Can you imagine Summerall doing golf?
Woods. He did golf for years.
Imagine this though. Woods, pitching wedge, birdie.
Yes.
That would be awesome if he did that.
When
you know what I mean?
He did tennis with Tony Trebeck, and you'd always read, when you would read Jack Craig in the Globe or Rudy Martzke in USA Today, does CBS pay him by the syllable? Because he never say anything.
And it's like Vince Neil from Motley Crue. He says every third word, you know, and gets it done. 40-30 Lendl. And then Trebert would talk for 45 seconds. Second serve, Lendl. Who was Summerall trained by? Ray Scott. No idea.
Clark. Yeah. Chuck Thompson John Miller was great on the radio.
And was that Orioles?
Yes.
I like the guy who did the hockey that did the Orioles games.
Must have been Gary Thorne.
Gary Thorne, yeah. I liked him in baseball. Yeah. I like Gary Thorne in
Gary
baseball.
got to start with the Mets. He worked with Bob Murphy in the World Series year.
Gary Thorne was good.
Gary Thorne did the middle innings.
He could keep me entertained in a baseball game. I don't know why. I just was.
Gary actually is a lawyer. He got his law degree, I think, up in Maine. So that accent is actually a Maine accent. And he got hired by the Mets. And he was great with the Mets, but he did too much work for the Devils. He was the play-by-play guy, I think, before or after Doc Emmerich. I think when Emmerich was in Philadelphia. And so Gary got kiboshed. And yes, Joe Morgan on television was terrible with John Miller. I think I met John Miller and didn't realize it. And so I'm in the mall that I took you to, out in the back. So where Filene's Macy's used to be.
We didn't go to the back of the mall, just so we're clear. Okay.
Oh, that's right, because it wasn't there. So there was one. My butt hurts. Are you done?
You've been on a roll. How much caffeine did you have? Did you go to Dunks today?
Yes.
Did you go to Dunks? Did you have a coffee? Because you were like. I've never seen you so like. You're like, come on, let's go. Let's do the show. And you're like, the stuff's coming out of you. These players and these words, these verbose are coming out of you in swaths.
It's just a long story, Gardner. Pay him, please, the court.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Please continue. So,
no, hang on.
Aunt Becky snorting Adderall again. So I'm going into work, and it must have been in November. And somebody told me one or spring, either semester, whatever it was. Someone kind of hinted at one point that John Miller had a relative around here. And so I'm going into the mall with my wife, going into work. It's okay, Appa Chatter. He's right. When I crash from this coffee, I'm going to be gone. You know? And so I'm going in, and there's this rather rotund man that's bald with long hair in the back. And I just get enough of a glimpse that I kind of just give him a second look. And I think he recognized the fact that I was trying to recognize him. That could have been completely someone else. But I'm going to myself, didn't say anything, because you always try to give people benefit of the doubt. It's like, you look like John Miller, which I didn't say. And so kind of like, excuse me, tried to change his voice and I wouldn't have thought anything after that, but because of his actions, like, boy, you look like John. He had a USC sweatshirt on.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, Harry Callis and John Facenda, who was a newsman in Philadelphia for the CBS station. Yeah, John Miller played Stroud. I know I've told this before, and then I'll let Dave have a few words on his own show. During the strike in '81, when Ken Coleman was the main guy for the Red Sox, John Miller was his number 2. This was just before Joe Castiglione.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. And they recreated the games using Stratomatic. The Red Sox thought Miller was a little too neutral, and he ended up either going to Baltimore right after or to Texas for a year. But yeah, so they would recreate, and so John Miller would play the games in Strat.
That's kind of cool. Man, who's the voice of God? Which one? We've been talking about a lot of guys. Is that Cosell? Howard Cosell? Another vote for Ernie Harwell. He's in the game, right? He's in one of the games, isn't it?
APA, baseball for Windows.
Okay. Bill, what do you got here?
Yep. Go to war, Miss Agnes. Ain't the beer cold? Chuck Thompson had the smoothest voice I ever heard. I mean, it was just like listening to listening to a creamy.
Matt likes John.
Yeah, John Facenda. The autumn wind is a raider. I can't do Morgan Freeman.
Do you know who was good? The guy that did the NFL films.
That's what we're talking about, John Facenda and Harry Callis.
Okay. Was it? I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. He was the guy that, on a cold, dark day.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, the autumn wind is a raider. That's a John Facenda line. You've all heard it. Soft serve ice cream. Kenny Castro figured out where I was from. No one outside of Vermont, Ron, knows what a creamy is. What do you call? Is it soft serve for you?
We have soft serve. Yeah, I guess it would be soft serve.
That would be a creamy.
Yeah, when we talk creamies, I don't know.
Jeff Hunter, how you doing?
What do you say, Jeff?
Hope things are better for today. So was it Jimmy's or sprinkles for you?
Jimmy's down here.
See, we put sprinkles on our creamies. So you put Jimmy's on your soft serve.
Yep. We have Jimmy's.
John Facenda, the voice of God. John Miller during Rain Delays used Vince Scully impersonation in Japanese because, low and outside. And yet Jack Brickhouse could obviously make you believe the Cubs could be 9 down the 9th and they could win it. Hey!
Oh man, there's nothing worse than a bad homer. There was some guy. Oh, you know what? It's the Cincinnati Bengals. If the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't know if it's a TV or the radio guy. He's just so much of a homer, and he's horrible to listen to because he's so much of a homer. It's like, if it's a penalty call on the Bengals before the play's even over, the guy's like, and it's a pass, and there's a flag, and there's a flag. There's no way that's a call. This is, and he like would cut off the play-by-play guy, and he would talk stupid, like, and the chance for the Bengals with his field goal, the kick is up. He missed it. Like, he didn't even give the guy the chance to say it. The color guy could break it in. It's like, oh, man, shut up.
It's not Bob Trumpy. I think it's Paul Lapham.
Who's Paul Lapham?
I think it's who you're talking about.
I don't know. It's whoever's on Cincinnati, because they'll play it on like Sirius XM. Because what I like to do in football season, right about 3:45, I'll take the dog for a walk, or I'll go for a walk, and they have the recap because all the games are finishing up, and they'll go to like to all the stadiums,
Or
and they'll be like, "Hey,
Dave
let's
Lapham.
go."
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, "Hey, let's go here," and then they'll play some of the highlights. But every time they went to Cincinnati, and I feel bad for the play-by-play guy. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta here's this and that," and then the color guy would come in and just totally blow him out of the water with something stupid, and just cry about the Bengals losing because they lost every week, by the way, and that's why I root against them. Excuse me.
Al McGuire was college basketball, and Paul used to be really good until he sat for 20 years next to Joe Theismann. Cart by the railroad tracks next to the aquarium. Yes, Burlington. Yeah.
All right. If you want to go to the railroad tracks, it's cart down by the railroad tracks. You're on your own. If you're going to get a creamy down there, just saying.
Nothing's open, so it doesn't really matter. Maple creamies. Ooh, oh. There's a place in Bristol, Kenny, north of Middlebury, that did pistachio creamies. And yes, Theismann was awful.
Theismann did obviously football. I don't.
Yeah, with Paul McGuire on Sunday nights with Mike Patrick.
Do you know who was really bad? Dan Reeves. Oh my gosh, he's on the radio somewhere. The former coach there.
Yeah, thick Southern accent.
Yeah, and he's on and I'll catch it locally here because sometimes I'll put like the sports radio on, and it'll be a football game, and he'll be on. I mean, be like, and a shot, and wow, what a first down catch that was. That was a good throw, but a quarterback found the guy open behind the defense. Thank you so much for adding. It was just what was it? PBS radio, public service radio? NPR. It was like NPR radio, that guy. When he came in, it just, oh man, just sucked the life out of the game. He might have been a great coach, but he just way too.
The Giants couldn't get rid of him fast enough, if that tells you anything.
Just probably a nice guy, probably knows the football, but just couldn't convey that in radio. It just brought it down.
Let's see, Kenny, north of in Bristol, I think it's 116. 116. Yeah, it's north of Middlebury. It may be close. Okay. I like Deerdorf. I like Tony Romo. I love his infectious enthusiasm.
Romo, the thing about Romo, he would tell the play before it happened,
and that was great.
I mean, it's like, all right, they've gone to the left side twice. They're going to probably throw a screen to the right. How does he know this stuff? He's just, Conrad Dobler.
Deerdorf kind of got old and cranky.
Yeah.
But apparently Deerdorf was in so much pain from his playing days.
Oh, really?
That he just couldn't do it anymore. Him and Greg Gumbel were good together. Yeah,
Romo knows what's going on. He absolutely does.
He makes Jim Nance sound so much better. The last couple of years of Nance and Sims together were impossible to listen to. So, Phil, what'd you think of that play? I don't know, Jim. Oh, shut up. I didn't like you in New York, and I don't like you now.
Up here in New England, as a kid, like late 70s or early 80s, we always got Don Criqui and John Brody.
Brody was just in there. Criqui was okay. Especially
Criqui was okay.
Trumpy was great, but
yeah, the Brody's like, Greg Gumbel, yeah. The Sperry halftime report?
No, that's Bryant. That's Bryant.
That was Brian Gumbel.
Greg has a rug he hasn't changed in about 30 years.
Oh, he's got to vacuum that rug.
Yep. Yeah, Jergens. It's we were talking about Sonny earlier. Sonny just had fun. Yep, Brody, the former 49ers quarterback and golfer.
Oh, that's too bad. Phil? Might have been
Sims.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. He was in a video game, I think. He did commentary for a video game.
Yep. I don't mind Buck Martinez. He's one of the rare ones that does play-by-play for the Blue Jays and does national color.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take anybody over the hockey guy we got up here. Just the Bruins hockey guy's got to go. In fact, I won't listen to him. If the Bruins are on TV,
radio or television?
Television.
Oh, Jack Edwards is horrible.
I turn the sound.
I like Andy Berkeley, but I cannot stand Jack.
When Jack does the game, he does a good job. But
he rarely does.
But when Jack goes into Jack mode, it is all about Jack. It is all about reading off the list of new things he come up with to talk about. It is FM shock jock radio, and I can't stand it. But when he just does the game, he does a very good job. But then he's got to insert the Jackisms in there, and it's just some people love it. Some people love that shtick. I can't stand it. It doesn't work for me. Sorry.
As a Canadiens fan, the Bruins aren't my favorite team, but I don't root against them unless they're playing Montreal. But I cannot watch Jack Edwards. I cannot watch him.
I didn't know.
Buck does a good job. Joe Garagiola is another former catcher that turned into play-by-play.
Joe Garagiola. I remember Joe Garagiola, yeah. And, we talked about Tom Brookshire. He was with Pat Summerall.
Underrated. I think Brookshire's entire career was underrated.
But it was during the early stages of football TV as we know it. And of
course, they brought in Madden, who was just better than anybody else by.
Oh, Madden just came in and kicked ass. He did. Just nothing against Brookshire. Brookshire was good for the time that he did, but when Madden came in, it took off.
Yeah, Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris would always do the Bear games.
Tim Ryan. Another one of my favorite hockey guys.
My dad loved him. He did skiing for NBC during the Olympics, and my dad was a producer for NBC for some of those. And so he got to know Tim Ryan well and just loved him.
Yeah, but Tim Ryan did. I remember, NBC, because it would be the NBC hockey game of the week. I remember now it's like, and Phil Esposito is in the Chicago zone, fires the puck at Brother Tony.
Good, lots of hockey. He did tennis for CBS and football. He did a lot of football. Dave Niehaus is who you're thinking of. Yep. My, oh my, a grand salami. Get out the mustard.
Who's that? Is that ID? ID with the grand salami?
No, that's Dave Niehaus. Back in the 80s, it was Frank Gifford and Bob Beatty. Jim Beatty is a pitcher for the Yankees and the Mariners. Kuiper and Kruk are a good team, too, for the Giants.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for jumping in tonight. Fouts gets them all wrong.
Fouts' contract didn't get renewed, by the way. Oh, Dave Sims is who you're thinking of.
I had
Jesus, Dave Esposito scores.
That was either a bumper sticker or a T-shirt. I had that back in the day. It was Jesus saves that Esposito scores on the rebound. Yep, that's what it was up here for hockey.
Jim Cott was very good.
Jim Cott, I remember him as a pitcher.
Yeah,
I always called him Kit Kat.
Kitty Cat.
I don't know why.
My favorite bumper sticker of all time, and you're in trouble once this coffee wears off.
I can see you coming down. I can see it's like,
It's so we're coming out of the mall one day to go back home, and on the back, I've only seen this once. On the back of somebody's car, it says, "I love New York too. It's the Yankees I hate." Oh yeah, Mike Lang, scratch my back with a hacksaw.
Michael motorcycle.
Lemieux beat him like a rented mule.
The problem is you only have so many of those at work, and he started to repeat himself. It was funny for a while. The problem is when you get on that path, you're funny for a while, and then it wears out. It just it does,
Appa Cheddar, Steve, you're thinking of Dave Fleming, who also does football for ESPN. And Miller's still pretty good, followed by the third hand that wrote Felipe and Maddie's brother. Who's Jesus? Felipe and Maddie's brother.
Yeah, I remember that. Jesus says Esposito scores on the rebound. That was the thing back in the day. It was good stuff. A lot of hockey's been popping up on my YouTube feed. A lot of old hockey, 60s, 70s. And I was watching black and white hockey. And
there's some Blackhawk stuff that got saved. I think Bobby's 500th or whatever.
I know there's a lot of there was Toronto and the Rangers. and there was one that was kind of neat, and the period ended, and it showed the guys out on the court with a super long brushes, and they were dusting off the ice because there was no
sweeping the
Zamboni.
ice.
Yep, there was old sweepers. I'll see if I can find that, but they were sweeping off the ice. It was hysterical.
Best billboard was in Atlanta in the early 80s. Go Braves, go, and take the Falcons with you. Sean 11-13. No, you know, McCarver was good on ABC when he was paired with Al Michaels and Jim Palmer because he could do a good three-way conversation. And honestly, him and Ralph Kiner were hilarious together on WOR Channel 9 doing the Mets. But McCarver and his ego just got, oh. But Joe Buck loved him.
I can find these guys with the big brooms. It was like they were huge brooms, and there was 2 or 3 guys, and they were just like pushing it down the ice. It was hysterical. I'll never be able to find that now, but it was
Cue it up for tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
Pat Foley, very good on the such a distinctive voice. Rick Jeanneret for the Sabres. La 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 Fontaine.
La 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 Fontaine. Yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one.
And I won't bring this up for Dave, but Mayday strings out pretty well too.
Oh, I remember that game. He went and he beat Moog so bad.
Yep. Don Sutton and Joe Simpson were good last year with Jim Powell. Simpson's awful with Chip. I can take in very small doses. He's not a national guy. He's a very good local guy. And I remember when Dion threw. Takes a real man to do that, Dion.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that the other night.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, here's some pictures right here I found.
Okay.
So, yeah, so there's some dudes right there with the brushes. I think in the Olympics that all the competitors have to do it, right? Way back in the day, I think
probably.
Here they go, pushing that big thing there. Here's another guy doing that.
Shovel in the snow.
That's a lot of snow to shovel. The rinks were kind of big.
They were big.
There's a dude doing that right there.
With the skates, I would think it'd be easier with the skates than the shoes.
Yeah, you would think that, right? But yeah, so here's these guys again. Well, here's these guys. And what is this one here? Oh, that's interesting.
Looks like he's percolating some coffee too.
Yeah, so he's doing some coffee and he's cleaning off the ice. Yeah. What came before the Zamboni? I don't know. But yeah, so it just it was funny because I watched a thing on the Olympics one time on TV, and they were talking about that, how the all the figure skaters and stuff would clean their own ice, kind of speak.
Wow.
Yep, it was just that's just what it was. We'll go to Hoth. Yeah, golf spikes will go too, although that might wreck the ice, though. That's the thing, is you don't want to wreck the ice.
Yeah, the ice isn't very thick. It's less than an inch, right?
Yeah. Although back in the day, I don't know if they used the pipes back in the day. I don't know if it was natural cold or what they did back in the day, because the ice was really bad. I think I read back in the day that they had a spotlight, and they would follow the puck with a spotlight because they didn't have the lighting that they had. That's why a lot of those videos are really, really bad.
It wasn't until the 40s that they had to paint the underneath the ice white. You imagine that? So you on like a clear or opaque thing and trying to follow it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it must have been brutal. Yeah, when they started painting the ice white, then they could put the logos on there. You ever see them do that? They had a video on how Anaheim did that. How they had the water and they mixed paint into the water.
Biodegradable white paint. There's one of those how it's made goes into that, and the yarn and everything, how it's measured, and how the logos and for some places are hand painted on there.
It's like little boards they put down there.
Yeah,
right? In the white. Yeah, they do that once in a while. Some of the minor league rinks around here, they have paint the blue line day, and they invite.
Oh, really?
So it's all marked off, and they invite season ticket holders to come down, and they give you a brush and some blue paint, and you're allowed to paint the blue lines before they start laying down the ice. Yep.
Steve, I liked Ernie Johnson Sr., although his hatred of the Boston Red Sox irritated me. Ernie Johnson, by the way, was from Brattleboro, Vermont. And his childhood team was the Red Sox because the Red Sox and the Braves played in Boston. And he got a tryout with the Red Sox, and they said no. So he went and tried out with the Braves, and they said yes. And that's how he became associated with the Braves. Pitched, I think, the last year or two in Boston and in Milwaukee. The Madhouse on Madison. Best organ ever.
Yeah. Yeah, Chicago was small. You know what else was small? Calgary. I think Calgary had the smallest rink next to
at the original Saddle Dome, right? Before the Olympic
was
arena?
it the Corral or something like that?
Something like that.
And it was, I'll find out. It was so small. They said that once you get over center ice, guys were just taking slap shots, because it was just so short, Calgary Flames original rink. The Stampede Corral. That's what it was.
You want to go out to get a mushrooms Angus burger, doesn't it?
I'm trying to see how long it was. A small rink at the Corral. It was 1980, yeah, because they moved in 1980.
Remember during the run up to the Gulf War, the first one, watching a game from Chicago on Sports Channel when they butchered the NHL contract. And that place they would play the anthem, and that place would just rock. They'd stand all the way through it, and that organ would belt it out. Yeah.
Trying to see what the dimensions were for hockey, because it was. I remember it being really tiny. Or a hockey rink. Remember that? Not every rink was like that. They're supposed to be 200.
The Flames played the Caps to see Jim Craig right after the Olympics. Cool.
Trying to see if I can find that, because Boston was what, 180.
It was small.
It's not giving dimensions here. It's supposed to be 200 by 85. But there's some other rinks that does not give the dimensions of it. I'll find it some other time. But yeah, it was. I remember that the thing was people would go over the blue line and just fire it because it was 10 or 15 feet short from what it should have been. But the Bruins, what did I say? The Bruins Boston Garden was
about 180 by 80.
Yeah, I don't know if it was quite that small, but yeah, it was tiny. That's for sure. It didn't feel tiny at the time.
No,
because you were used to it.
Still 60 yards long.
Yeah, want to see the Flames play the Caps. Jim Craig right after. Yeah, he went to Atlanta. He played a little bit in Boston, but not long.
Wayne Messmer would sing the anthem at the old Chicago Stadium.
Who was that? Let me see.
Turbocharged says 191 by 83.
All right, so it was only 9 feet short. That's not too bad.
And a couple feet narrower in width. Who has heard Timothy Miller sing at a Braves game? I'm sure I have and not realized it. Who is it? It's Gene Hart's daughter that will sing the anthem at the Flyers games, right? Yeah, the odd 186 by 85.
196. That's still not too bad. That felt short, but it wasn't. See if you can find the Stampede, the Corral. Oh, Chicago Stadium. Wow, that was smaller than Boston.
Well, yeah. Huh.
Wow, 185. So Boston was only 83 wide, but it was 191 long. So that was even 6 feet shorter than Boston. Wow, I didn't realize that. They need to go back to that. Those are great. I love the small rinks. The puck was always in play. It's too big now. The rinks are too big.
Remember watching my first game from Europe or an Olympic-sized rink and how
oh my gosh
were.
Oh my gosh, some of the Olympics back in the day were huge, like the Squaw Valley and stuff like that.
We were watching that video the other day when the people had their without the glass, and the form ice seemed huge.
Yeah, it did. I'm looking at Squaw Valley. It really doesn't look that big.
Except for his outdoors. That's an outdoor rink.
Maybe it was. Let me see. I'll share this here. You guys, let me know what you think. It's a terrible feed, by the way.
It's like Old Kinney.
But that's I mean, the corners were weird. Is that really big? Yeah, I guess it is really wide, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was specifically built for the Olympics.
That's probably 100 feet wide. Now that's what 1960.
60, yeah.
And yeah, I guess if you went into the corner, you were pretty far from the net. I would think. That's a pretty big rink. I remember seeing some rinks that were really, really monstrous. There was one I saw in one Olympic game. It just went on forever. I was like, man, how would you even play?
Sarajevo, I remember being huge. I think that was the last. No, Calgary was the last time that they that figure skating and hockey, I think, shared. You too, Larry. Be safe. Radius in the corners were very tight. Absolutely right.
You ever see those? They get these large rinks they play in Europe, and they play. I don't know if it's hockey or something like that. It's a different game, but it's like a football rink.
Not shanty. You've seen it, and they are football. They're soccer size fields. 300, 110-yard pitches.
Yeah, they're monstrous. What are they called?
It's bandy.
Bandy. Yeah, bandy hockey. I think it is a bandy hockey. Yeah, you are right. Yes. Check out this.
This is huge.
Oh my gosh. You guys, check this out. Check this. This is wow.
John, how are you?
Look how big this is. I mean, that would be awesome though. In a way, that would be cool. I know
what room you'd have.
I mean, I remember I said I like the small rinks. Look, this is like soccer on ice, but it's way faster and it's not soccer. I mean, look at that.
There's no blue line either.
Look at, I mean, what, they got a ball? Is it a ball or a puck? It might be a ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, that is insane. Look at the goalie in the net. That's hilarious. Hi, DJ. Olympic rinks at 200 by 100. It was big in Russia. And it looks like a Canadian football field. This is Russia, Sweden. Was it bandy or something? It is a ball.
It is a ball. Wow.
That's awesome. This will be my next thing. This will be my next thing. I'm gonna get a huge sheet of ice somewhere. I don't know what. Look how he hit it. He hit it like a field hockey shot.
I wonder how many on the ice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I counted 8 on the right side. I mean, look how much fun would that be?
Oh,
there's 11 players on each team. They use bowed sticks and a small ball. Yep.
That is I love it with the GoPro.
Yeah. This would be a fun sport to watch. It's basically soccer with hockey. Look at the shot. Oh, does the goalie even have a stick? Oh, imagine icing. How long icing would be?
Oh, that would take forever. No, he doesn't. He's just got 2 gloves.
And look at this. They're like lacrosse sticks. Of course, the official. Check out those ref jerseys. And the goalie's got a different shirt on, too. It is like soccer.
Yeah, it is like soccer.
Oh, man. Action, Robbie, Action PC should come out with something like this.
10-minute penalty. Holy crapola.
Was it a 10-minute penalty?
But the graphic just said, yeah.
Wow.
10 minutes for tripping. Your legs would be so tired.
For some, it would be. I mean, you realize how many people would not be involved in the play? And you realize how much it would cost to have a sheet of ice this big and try to make it feasible?
A soccer field.
Yeah, you would have to, you can only do winter. Look at those boards. That would just drive you nuts trying to play those boards flashing around.
It's called bandy. Bandy.
Okay.
I don't think Roberto has this for a game.
Oh, Roberto, if you're watching, we need bandy now. Oh, what happened? He lost the ball.
10 minutes Russian is only 2 minutes US. Well, in Scandinavia, ice is pretty cheap.
Yeah. Well, they just probably flooded a rink,
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Action PC bandy.
Is there fighting? I don't think.
I don't know. We're gonna have to check out the Wikipedia on that. But boy, this is something else. And it's probably freezing. Oh my gosh, is it probably freezing out there? It has to
be because there's no artificial ice there. I'm sure it's all natural.
Look at the referee. Oh, there's three. What, they got 3 referees? I see 2. I see 2 for sure. Those guys must be exhausted too.
Your legs would be tree trunks.
Oh my gosh. There's no way you could play that in the United States.
We'll talk about this tomorrow on the baseball stream in front of Lorenzo because he's doing the Russian soccer thing. This would be crazy. Outside. This is all outside.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's fighting. I don't know anything about this. It's soccer, but it's hockey. Oh, but I got a penalty shot now. Look at all the guys. This
luck.
Is awesome. Good luck. Oh, corner kick. Even better. Oh, come on. Really? What's he going to do? He's going to do?
Putt from here, Dave. I think it's going to break to the left.
That was a corner kick. They shot it out of bounds.
No sticks. France are frozen. Yeah, they're there year round. They'll thaw them out for July.
5 hours for fighting. That's all. Yeah, the fans are frozen. There's no fans in the stands. This is something. Look at this. But look. It's nothing. There's like nothing. It's too big. It's like playing on a highway. It's like playing on the 705 or the 128.
It's got to be on a soccer field.
I think it's bigger than a soccer field, isn't it?
110 meters is a soccer field long.
Oh man.
No cups. Yeah, you can remind me of that tomorrow. You're wearing a cup. That has 2 time zones.
There's no checking. You see, there's no checking though.
There's no boards to check into.
But I mean, even in open ice, no one's getting checked. So it's almost lacrosse. It's almost lacrosse on ice. Oh, I mean, field hockey on ice. It's almost field hockey on ice with no checking. Boy, this would be fun. But yeah, look at the referee jump. You'd be exhausted.
I'm not seeing any line subs either.
Finally, Sweden. They throw it in front. Oh, the guy shot it. I think the goalie got a save there. I like to see the shots on that.
No sticks to save.
Right? Yeah, how are you supposed to do that?
Well, you can catch with both hands.
No poke checking. Man, this is a game. If you're a fast skater, this is a game for you. This is not about grit. This is about fast skaters.
No offside. Yes, field hockey was the original hockey. It's a pretty good crowd for this game.
Yeah. I would think they have 3 officials. That's what my gut's telling me. Because there's no way two could cover all this. Scott, yeah. Scott, imagine trying to ref this. Imagine you and Foley out there.
Oh, look at the
save. What a save. Woo. Imagine you and Foley out there trying to ref this and then skating over to me to be the
he got the stick all up pretty high to shoot that too.
That's a nice save. I would make you guys skate over to me to report all the goals too.
Of course you would.
And then you'd skate away. So I didn't hear you. Come back. As fast as it is kind of boring actually the more you watch it, but it is cool at first, right?
I would think the Broad Street Bullies would not do well at this. No,
this is Whoa, he threw him down.
This supposedly is a power play too, right?
I'm not sure.
Don't forget to go to cashbuddy.se today.
Well, that's enough of that. So, so that's a little bit of bandy here on the channel, folks. Ron, I'm glad you remembered that, And if you want to know here, this guy's channel, by the way, let me share. This guy's channel is phenomenal. If you haven't seen this guy,
yes,
this guy here, Nin Lee. Okay, just subscribe to him, Ninhly.
Yep.
Okay, this guy Nin Lee, he does all these things called the rules of whatever explained, and he tackles all kinds of crazy games. In fact, let me go to his channel here. I'll give him a little plug here since he's on the show. But the rules of X League, why British basketball sucks. The rules of straight pool. I mean, he's got everything on here. The rules of candlepin bowling. We were talking about candlepin bowling.
The other day. Yeah.
Yep.
And Bears Den, the goalie is sort of like a wicket keeper in cricket with the 2 gloves.
Yeah. The rules of rink hockey. The rules of cornhole. So yeah, go check this guy out. I every time I get to the video, I gotta watch it. There, it is something else. So there's our entertainment for the night, Ron. We got some bandy. Bandy was fun, but there'd be no scoring. Really, it'd be like
just like being married.
Well, maybe. I didn't get a good strat to this game. I like the Action PC Bandy. That was great.
That was
Action PC Bandy. It's just strat bandy. That'd be great. What's the rule on a save with 2 gloves but no stick, right? I mean, they didn't even have any shots, really. Yeah, Robbie, pitch that to them. Tell them you watch some bandy. You want some bandy action. That'd be so big on the screen. It'd be unbelievable. But there was nothing going on. Like somebody said, it was kind of boring after a while. It really was. But it was. I always thought that what if you flooded a soccer field and played 11 on 11? That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, Ray. Thank you. You hit 100. Fantastic.
Awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, we tried to get Ray up to 100 so he could get a custom URL for his team. So, yep. There you go.
Thanks, Jamie.
Jamie, thanks for coming by, buddy. Yeah, we'll probably be wrapping up shortly here. Quick play bandy. Yeah, probably be 0-0. Be like soccer. Be 0-0. Time of possession. That's a good idea. Time of possession is tiebreaker. I don't know. Imagine sitting in the stands and watching that and not seeing any goals for a long time. Boy, I tell you.
That would be a lot of blackberry brandy or vodka to sit there and drink.
Yeah, if that was in Russia, then they probably didn't care anyway.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, why don't we wrap this up here? We had another very positive show tonight. Very positive show. A lot of good stuff going on. We got to check out some bandy. We got to, what else? We talked about broadcasters tonight. That was the big theme. We talked about of some of our favorite broadcasters or broadcasters in general, and that was a good time right there. So we'll wrap it up here. I got some more basketball to do. Ron, I think I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison basketball strat.
You talked about that. I like that idea.
And you know what I might do? Because I was thinking about what I was going to do. Let's say hi to Mike here. Call and ask Crazy Dave. You need him a celebrity guest. Crazy Dave. I don't want to be on that show. I'm going to go on a better show. Yeah. Crazy Dave from the old Worcester days. But what I was gonna do is just I was like gonna do one and then the other. I thought it'd be neat if I had them both open and I went back and forth between the two. So it's like here's the opening strat screen. Here's what you got.
Yeah, no, I like that idea.
Here's the action PC strat screen. Here's what that is. Now let's go take a look at this in strat. Now let's do the same thing in action PC. Now let's go to start a game in strat. Now let's go start a game in action PC. Let's check out some of the options, some of the mods you can do. And I thought about like doing them side by side like that.
I like that idea. I think that would go over very well.
And then, people could figure out, what they liked for each one there. And then I could play some of the game and because there's things I like about both, and what's good about that is that means it's not like, boy, I bought one, I'll never play it again. Because there's enough in both that I was like, oh, I absolutely would play that again, So, but let's see, sudden death rule. Yeah, that you're gonna start losing players. There's gonna be, how would you ever score at that point? Guys would be tired. Although if it's like 2-on-2, I would imagine you get some chances. Does the skater have to start the other end? Yeah.
Oh wait, that's center ice.
Worcester had a major league team in the 80s.
Yes, they did.
Major league what?
Baseball.
Really?
National League team, yeah.
Oh, do they have that on Action PC?
I'm sure they do.
Oh, now I gotta go get that season. Why would you guys do that to me?
Oh, because that's who we are.
I'm already playing the Spiders, and now I'm playing the Buffalo Braves.
Steve, we're your pushers.
I know. I have so many fun things to do.
As always, Steve, you guys make it worthwhile.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Do you know what I'm going to do, Jack? I'm going to play some NBA versus ABA in Action PC basketball. And I'm going to play some of the worst. I'm going to play the worst of the worst. I'm going to play those Sixers that we talked about. I'm going to play the Braves. And I'm going to play, I don't know, it's going to be, there was some ABA teams I never heard of. The Virginia
Squires.
The Virginia Squires. What the heck is that?
They played down at Virginia Beach.
Yeah, and there were two teams in the final season that didn't even finish the season. So I got to play those guys too. This should be fun. 1880, they're in the National League. I did not know that.
Now you do.
Huh.
Along with Troy, New York, Buffalo, and Providence. Troy eventually became the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, I did not know
They were the haymakers in Troy.
I take anything right now. Yes, the Memphis Tams. I saw those. The ABA had 3-pointers. So I'm what?
The NBA didn't. The ABA did.
Yeah, the ABA did. So I'm dying to play some ABA game to take some 3-pointers. That should be a lot of fun. Memphis Tams. I saw that. I don't have the Tams. I didn't get that season, but I did get the Squires because they were just so crazy. So, but it'll be fun. I was researching my ABA, and I guess they played the NBA, and they actually did a pretty good job against the NBA.
They were a very competitive league, and that's right. Dr. J got to start as a Virginia Squire.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know he's in the ABA,
and then went to New York with the Nets, and the Nets were forced to sell him when they merged. They did not want the Nets coming in with that strong of a player. So he ended up in Philadelphia. Yep. Tam Althor.
Tam? Is that like Tums? Is Tam's like Tums?
Tam.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I only remember Dr. J with the Sixers. Although I do remember that he did play with the Nets.
They played out in Long Island. And they had, if you go watch some of those games, inside the 3-point area until you got to the key was all blue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the key was, I think the foul area was red, and then the key itself was a basketball court color. Yeah, Norfolk, Hampton, Richmond, and Roanoke for the Squires.
I got some of the basketball courts for the ABA, but I didn't see that on some of the older ones here.
New York Nets.
Where did they play?
Oh, they played in a variety of different places, but it was Nassau County Coliseum.
All right, I don't think I had Nassau on here, so I'd call it up and show everybody. Yeah, no, I don't. Oh wait, I do have. Oh.
Go ahead and show it.
How do I get that from here? It's in a different tab. I'm not sure if I can share this or not. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can. Can we see that?
So it's red. Okay. So yeah. So that's so 70s, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me go back to streaming. Yep. So that would be 72, I think. So, yeah. So it had the 3-point line, like you said, it was all colored in.
Right.
Boy, I zipped over that. I thought that was just a normal basketball court. I really did.
And imagine that playing with the red, white, and blue basketball.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did like the red, white, and blue basketball. By the way, just me. I like the colors. Yeah, Dr. J. Yeah, over the lane. Yeah, that was great. That was good stuff. Squires used to play in the old Richmond Arena. Yep. Cool stuff. So, all right. So we'll wrap things up here, Ron. What do you got going on your channel now?
Tomorrow we're doing the Royals and the Angels is tomorrow's game, and you saw I'm mostly set up to start the decathlon from 1912. So
that's something you're gonna tape and then post up.
Yeah, tape and post.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes, and interested to see how it flows and all that other stuff. So we'll have to get the report back from you.
Yep.
But yeah, check out Ron tomorrow at noon, and Twitch TV.
And then Thursday, it looks like we're doing the virtual unboxing for Action PC Football.
Okay, and we'll do that right after. We'll do a short show Thursday. Ron may not be on with us Thursday because if he's got to set that up. But I mean, it all depends when they release it too. Sometimes it comes out late. So if it comes out late, then whatever. But so Thursday we're gonna play by ear. We'll try to jump on early Thursday, get a small show in, and then we'll go watch Ron do the unboxing on his channel. That you're gonna be on Twitch or YouTube for that?
Twitch.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll do that. Yeah.
That's true. They're there.
Yeah, I've seen
glorious black and white.
Yes. You want my regular season Excel sheet? Yes, absolutely. Just send me your email and I will zip that off to you. Absolutely. I've sent that off to quite a few people. It just keeps, it's simple. It just keeps track of some of the stuff there. Nothing flashy, but it does work. Although I can't get my Gmail to load right now. I don't know what the hell's going on.
My guess would be 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, John.
Yeah, this is my email right here.
Just put the first part of it.
Yeah. So that
at Gmail.
At Gmail. So just send me that. Just tell me that you're looking for the Excel, and I'll just send you everything I got. I think I got like 10 or 11 of them, and I just kept creating them. So I'll just send you everything I got, and you can just sort out what is what and what works for you. I think I have some that are just the score sheets of the fast play, because I'd rather play it on the computer because I have it all set up to add everything. And there's also I have the long version too, so you can just play the game and keep the stats if you want to do that. So, but I'll send them to you if you want. I'll zip them off to you, and you can have some fun. And let me know how it works out, because I had a guy from New Zealand a few shows ago. Remember that? The guy from New Zealand wanted him. So so I sent that off to him. So so you're welcome to them. They're not very fancy, but they work for that game, and it's a fun game. So, all right, we're gonna sign off. And DJ Ron's gonna do that Thursday night right after we get done here. And what do you think? 7:30?
7-ish, yeah.
All right, so that's that night. We're gonna have to maybe I'll sign on early. Maybe we'll do 6 to 7 that night, or 6 to 6:45. Maybe with or without Ron that night, so we can give him the primetime slot to do that football game. If there is a delay, because I think sometimes they don't always come out right on time. But so we'll play that by ear on Thursday. But we definitely want to watch that unboxing of Action PC Football, the new version. So I hope they have some good things in there. What were they talking about for new stuff? Do you remember?
I forget off the top of my head. We could talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get that queued up. We'll take a look at the email. So, all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. It's a rainy night here. I don't know what's doing up there, but it's a rainy night here. Hopefully tomorrow will be better.
When it rains at Gronks.
Where is that? I gotta put that back there. When it rains, it Gronks. Gronks goes to Tampa Bay. So yeah. So let's go Buccaneers. So anyway, I'm Dave.
I'm Ron.
Go ahead, get the last word. Go ahead.
Good night.
Bye, guys.